Under the leadership of manager Arne Slot, Liverpool have shown a voracious appetite for strengthening their squad, aiming to solidify their status as a dominant force in both the Premier League and Europe. Even after investing an eye-watering £190 million on 5 new signings so far, figures that would be astronomical for most clubs, Liverpool appear far from finished in their pursuit of reinforcements. Isak, with his elegance on the pitch, clinical finishing, ability to turn games in key moments, and imposing physical presence, has emerged as the next major target for the Reds. However, the mission is far from simple. Newcastle United remain firm in their stance that the player is not for sale, repeatedly insisting he is a central figure in their future plans. Yet, experts like Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein suggest that nothing can be ruled out in this transfer market chess match, where a single move can dramatically reshape the entire board. What makes this saga even more fascinating is the supposedly inadvertent role Newcastle might be playing in financing Liverpool's pursuit of Isak. According to Stefan Borson, a renowned football finance expert and market analyst, there is a curious dynamic unfolding, one that involves not just Newcastle, but the vast empire of the Saudi Public Investment Fund, PIF. Newcastle's owners, linked to the PIF, are reportedly keen to lure another Liverpool star, Darwin Núñez, to Al Hilal, a Saudi club also controlled by the same investment group. Rumours suggest a staggering offer is being prepared to prize Núñez away from Anfield, which would inject a monumental sum into Liverpool's coffers. These funds, in turn, could be redirected towards an aggressive move for Isak, creating a domino effect that reads like something out of a film script. It's as if the destiny of one player is intrinsically tied to another, forming a financial cycle that feels as unlikely as it does inevitable. Borson labeled this unfolding sequence a strategic madness, highlighting the paradox of one PIF-owned club potentially bankrolling the acquisition of a player from another PIF-controlled team. He posed the question, if this actually happens, eyes will be watching closely, with people saying, hang on, this seems suspiciously connected. Perhaps it is this very complexity that keeps the story so captivating. After all, where does one draw the line between coincidence and meticulous planning? And more importantly, how far are clubs willing to go to shape their own destinies? For many, this situation raises ethical and strategic questions that go beyond football, challenging the balance between competitiveness and financial influence. Despite all the excitement surrounding Isak, sources close to the player report that he remains calm and is carefully evaluating his options. According to Romano, Isak is well aware that Newcastle want to keep him and are prepared to offer an extremely lucrative new contract to reinforce his role within the club's project. However, he also recognizes that Liverpool represents more than just financial figures. It's an ambitious project, a chance to compete at the highest level, and potentially leave an even greater legacy in his career. This explains why, although Newcastle continue to maintain their not-for-sale stance, Isak hasn't completely closed the door to a potential move. For many observers, that openness alone is enough to keep the flames of speculation burning. After all, in modern football, few things are truly impossible when money and determination come into play. Meanwhile, Liverpool continue to explore other alternatives, including the potential signing of Hugo Ekitike, a promising young forward from Eintracht Frankfurt and France's U21 side. The striker is said to have already given the green light for a move, and the Reds are working behind the scenes to finalize the deal. Still, even with Ekitike in their sights, the idea of bringing Isak to Anfield remains an obsession for some within the club. After all, who wouldn't want a player capable of lighting up matches with moments of pure magic? With his impressive record over the past 5 seasons, Isak has repeatedly proven himself among the elite strikers in world football. His ability to create chances out of nothing, combined with his tactical intelligence and composure in front of goal, makes him a unique and immensely valuable asset. But the plot thickens. In an unexpected twist, rumors have emerged that Isak might be considered for a dramatic switch to Saudi Arabia. An anonymous journalist has claimed that shocking talks are underway involving the player's agent and representatives linked to the PIF. If true, this development would add yet another layer of intrigue to an already compelling narrative, turning it into a truly global football drama. Would Isak take on a new challenge in the Middle East, or remain loyal to the traditional stages of European football? The decision would obviously not be an easy one, especially considering the potential impact on his career and public image. Nevertheless, the possibility of joining a growing number of global football stars in Saudi Arabia, where astronomical salaries and ambitious projects are becoming increasingly common, would certainly catch the attention of any player. Meanwhile, West Ham have entered the scene as a new protagonist in this thrilling saga. The Hammers are reportedly planning a double swoop on Liverpool, targeting two of the Reds' midfield stars. This strategic move underlines just how competitive the transfer market has become, with clubs of all sizes searching for creative ways to strengthen their squads. Elsewhere, Newcastle find themselves in an equally intense battle with Manchester City over a long-term target. Recent reports indicate that citizens currently hold the upper hand, thanks to their organizational structure and persuasive power. Manchester City, known for their transfer efficiency and ability to attract top-tier talent, appear to be in pole position to secure this player, further heightening tensions behind the scenes. All of this paints a fascinating picture for fans, who are watching each chapter of this story unfold with bated breath. What does the future hold for Alexander Isak? Will he continue to wear Newcastle colours, make the leap to Liverpool, or embark on a bold new adventure in Saudi Arabia? Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: we are witnessing one of the most captivating stories in modern football, where passion, strategy, and ambition intertwine to create unforgettable moments. And, as ever, only time will tell how it all ends. In the meantime, fans of all the clubs involved remain on edge, eager to see how this epic tale will play out in the coming months. Moreover, it's worth noting that Isak's case is not just a matter of transfers, but also reflects broader changes in global football. With countries like Saudi Arabia increasingly investing in attracting big names to their leagues, the sport is undergoing an unprecedented transformation. European clubs, once unchallenged in their dominance, are now facing fierce competition from emerging markets offering financial packages that are hard to refuse. This shifting landscape places players in a unique position, where they must weigh not only their sporting goals but also the implications of their decisions on their careers and legacies. Isak, with his youth and talent, stands at the center of this transition, symbolizing the dilemma many elite players now face. Ultimately, Alexander Isak's story is about more than just a transfer negotiation. It's a reflection of the forces shaping contemporary football. From club rivalries across Europe to the rise of new powerhouses in the Middle East, every move on the board carries implications far beyond the pitch. And as the transfer market continues to evolve, stories like Isak's serve as powerful reminders that, in football, anything is possible. The only question that remains is whether this saga will end with a triumphant chapter for Liverpool, a bold declaration of loyalty to Newcastle, or a dramatic twist towards Saudi Arabia. Whatever the outcome, the legacy of this story is already etched into the memory of football lovers around the world.